Blame the rodents. Blame the rodents.
I will too, motherfucker. Something wrong? You kind of come in and go, hang on, let me clear my throat because I got to get it right.
Tasty. Are you done?
No, let me try it again.
There's a thing called the mute button, you know, that you can click before you...
Jojo! Kelly, Charlene, Julie, April, Christy, Janice, Tony, Dee, Kelly, Melissa, Lilia, Jojo again, Cherie. So how y'all doing on this fine? What is today? Saturday. It's a Saturday. Whatever you do on a Saturday, don't ever do it on a Monday. Hey, Mr. Allen. Yeah, I went to the eye doctor today. Yeehaw. Had my beautiful eyes looked at by a professional. We're all good. My diabetic eyes are good. There's no damage in them. I opted not to get dilated. They took a picture of me instead. And my stupid eye insurance wouldn't give me any frame allowance this year. But last 2 years in a row, I got a frame allowance. This year, they said no.
Why is that?
I don't know. They gave me lens allowance, but not frame allowance. So I didn't use these lenses or these frames, my purple ones. I went back to my Oakley blue ones from 2 years ago. So they're putting lenses in those.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon on Saturday afternoon.
It's a Saturday. I'm only here for about 45 minutes, and I'm going to bounce because it's a mortal sin for my nephew to eat past 6 o'clock at night. And I'm baking chicken.
Baking chicken?
Yeah, I got some chicken thighs I pulled out the freezer that I bought, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago when chicken was on sale. And so I'm pulling some thighs out the freezer, and I'm going to smash up some stuffing mix, like stovetop, and coat the chicken in that and bake it. And I was going to have mashed potatoes, but Alexis...
Oh, you mean stovetop?
Yeah, stovetop stuffing.
Stovetop.
Yeah, same thing. And I was going to have mashed potatoes, but somebody ate the mashed potatoes. So it's chicken. Gotta have protein anyway. And he's like, well, you got 3 boxes of stuffing. I'm like, well, you're having stuffing on your chicken, so there's your chicken and your fucking stuffing. Shut up. And I might drizzle a little barbecue sauce on the top during the last 10 or 15 minutes.
I suppose that sounds good.
Well, it doesn't matter if it sounds good or tastes good or not. It fills a hole and makes a turd. That's the whole point of it.
I feel like... I wish I can go get... You know what I feel like getting is...
Wings?
No. No. I didn't want to get into that mess last night.
Yeah.
That rotisserie chicken from Walmart. I mean, from Sam's Club. Fuck it. Yeah?
Fuck it.
That Sam's Club rotisserie chicken. We were talking about it the other day.
You know, I have a membership to Costco, and I've only been like 3 times because it's way on the other side of fucking town.
How far is that? Minutes.
Well, if I hop on the interstate, it's only like 15 minutes. If I go through town, it's like 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's not that bad. So, shit. So Little Miss Thang went live this morning.
She did not. Hey, Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck's got his little blonde head down there waving. Hey, guys.
Hey, Chuck. Yep, I don't even want to talk about that wing situation. Yeah. So Little Miss Thang must have been dreaming about me or something, because she went live this morning talking about moi.
Oh, does she have a heart on for you? Was her coochie all moist for you?
Yuck!
God, I can get him every time. I can get him every time.
Oh my fucking God, that is...
Oh, you know you like it. You know you love it.
Oh my God.
You fucking love it. Shut the fuck up. You know you're secretly in love with that nasty snatch. Ooh wee, your booty stink. Won't you wash the coochie, honey? Ooh wee, your booty stink. Won't you wash that coochie, honey?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, she's in love with you.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy.
Cranberry juice with a little...
It's not even... Oh, it is 4 o'clock, but it's not 5 o'clock.
I don't give a fuck. That's needed today.
He's in a mood. If you don't know sign language, that's what kind of mood he's in.
That's a good sign language. That's a good... yeah, I like that.
Oh.
Hey, well, she says that you want her too, so, you know, it's at some point you turn bi on me or something.
Okay, so, all right, y'all know I'm gay, okay? I like black men, okay?
You don't say.
I love black men and Chinese and
oh, so you and her could be friends. You and her could be friends and share people.
And I like the Asians, but
she's got Thai guy. There you go.
There is not enough fucking Viagra in this goddamn planet to get me hard to fuck that nasty snatch. I mean, here's Bam and here's her, and it get about here. Go. What happened? I'll tell you what happened. Nasty. Oh, look at those tits. She's in an SUV.
Yes, she is.
Or a van. She's not in her Stang. Somebody stole the Stang.
Got this cough I can't shake.
Yeah, Jardiance does that to you.
Does it?
It does. It makes your mouth dry, and that's why you got to constantly be drinking everything. And that's why you like drink 3 ounces and you piss 48.
What? You drink 3 ounces?
Yep, and you piss 48. But yes, Jardiance will give you a cough because the back of your throat gets a little dry. Yep.
I best have a drink around. Keep it moist.
There you go. Gotta keep the back of your throat moist, kind of like Vanessa's ass. Got that fish fry going on up in there.
Okay, so yeah, let's start to watch some of this weekend. Get this out of the way and talk about it. All right.
How long is it?
I don't fucking know. Let me see. Oh shit, it's long. Hour 16.
I ain't got that much time, but I'll give you about 40 minutes.
That's fine.
Okay. Hit it.
Let the games begin.
Oh, if you insist. Hey, sugar tits. Is she driving or is she riding?
Driving. Obviously, that's not a Mustang.
No. Did you do buy a new vehicle?
I'm going to say no. You know why?
Why?
Because if she bought a brand new car, she wouldn't shut the hell up about it. You know that.
Well, maybe she'll tell us about it.
Look at how she was with her phone. She practically had a multiple just from her phone.
Yeah, she had fucking orgasms coming out her ears after buying that phone.
You know, if she bought a new car, she would.
Uh-oh. She's getting her underwear out of her snatch. See that kind of got bounce up and pull there? That booty hungry. That booty is hungry. It's eating her undies. That's how hungry that booty is.
Oh, is that why they created the term butt muncher? Is that why?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Ass is hungry. It's munching on that material.
This is Vanessa Deactivating, coming at you live.
Live.
Here in the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas.
Now that looks like an SUV, right?
I'm gonna go with an SUV or a like minivan.
Well, guess what?
What?
Not that you have to, but I don't think she'd buy one of those because those are usually family cars. And since she doesn't have a family, why would she get something like that?
You can carry more diapers. More diapers you carry, the more deliveries you make, the more cash you make. More room to lay down and sleep in.
Oh, there you go. Best answer.
I forgot to tell y'all before I log off and take a little bit of a break, right? Here in Texas, if you care about being involved in elections, if you want your voice to be heard, the last day to register to vote in Texas is Monday, February the 5th. Monday, February the 5th.
You better hurry up and get on that, Karen.
Monday, February the 5th. Hey, Jennifer Reyes. She says, hey, girl, you look nice. I don't have no makeup on. How are you? I haven't been on in a while.
Who cares? Why does she have to keep saying that?
Well, you know, she's got to pretend that she's talking to somebody.
She makes it a point to say, oh, I got no makeup on. It's like, so? Not that it makes a difference.
I am going to be deactivating. But,
yeah,
and I know that the haters are like, you keep saying that. And it's like, well, I do what I want. It's called free will. Right?
I don't give a flying, you know what, whether she deactivates or not. Doesn't bother me one bit. I don't care.
I'll give her the rat back and she can shove it up her ass for all I care.
I don't care. I don't
Call us
care.
Jimmy Crack Corn. Why? We don't care.
We don't care. Yeah.
We don't care.
And, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm comfortable enough that I think I can do that. No. Would you like to take a drive with me?
No.
My last drive in a while? Yeah.
Her last drive in a while. You
know the profession that I'm in, right?
Yeah.
Look at that mask. It's all fuzzy. Do you see it?
It is fuzzy. Because it's the same
Y'all
prop
wear
she
your
keeps using.
masks if you want to. I would. Good for you, Heather. Good for you. Good for you.
You gonna bring that arm out, put it under your boob? Or are we going over the boob?
Why'd you do that?
Under, over, or around?
Hello, Edette. Yeah?
You're right, Joseph. The seats in the Stang, they're getting cleaned from all her behind the juice.
That's disgusting, man.
I believe it.
So now she's putting behind the
Like,
juice in the seats.
We're in the negatives today in Colorado.
That's disgusting, Bam.
Yeah, you like that behind the juice, though. Or she wants you to like it.
I want to finish these. I don't want to eat these while I'm driving. Nobody missed anything. I'm just reminding everybody that
you're mental?
We know this.
I'm just reminding everybody that everybody in Texas, you all know about.
Shut up. No, we don't.
All of this started for me because I had the audacity to tell people to go out to vote.
Like,
Oh my God. She's such a horrible person for telling people to go vote. How dare
like
you?
she's somebody important. Get out and vote. Only your voice will make a difference. Go vote. Yay, vote. Vote for Vanessa. If you can't see it, my tits are bouncing up and down. Vote for Vanessa.
I don't want to see it. That's the point of this. This. Oh my God. Anyway, it's very admirable of her to tell people to vote. Okay. Big whoop. Why the hell would anybody shut you up for that? Why would anybody want you to shut up for that?
I don't know.
And register to vote. And that they can change elections if the majority of people that never go out to vote go out to vote. And that the reason that things always stay the same is because it's always the same people that go out to vote. And if you feel that not good people are in positions of power, well, it's probably because their elections have a higher energy than the elections of whoever you think are the better people. That has to do with a party.
Well, there was a party in my pants until I heard that you wanted to come, and that's like, well, party dissipated.
Yeah, the party in my pants. Is that how the song goes? And everybody's coming. It's a party.
Paige said, I love the way you put your name on your videos now so no one can steal your videos. Well, they still steal them. There's these two men that were trying to, you know, they're not interesting, and so, they stream my video, even with my name on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they make fun of everything about me. They put down everything about me. Men.
Okay.
Men who don't fit the standard of beauty, like, at all.
Don't fit the standard.
Like, not even
beauty.
close.
Who is this?
Not even a little bit.
Who set
You
this
all know
standard
I
of
don't like
beauty?
those standards of beauty, right? I think the most kindest people are the most beautiful people on earth. However, those men are not even kind, not even a little bit, not even a tiny incy bit.
I don't know. I
Right?
think I'm pretty fucking
Not
cute.
at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
The
saying you were
only
cute, Pam.
standard of
I
beauty
know.
that I don't even agree with. I'm just finishing up these cashews before I drive off. I love you, Paige. They'll never admit it. One of them is supposedly, you know, straight, and the other one is
Supposedly.
openly
Supposedly.
LGBTQ community. The white one is a former cross-dresser, no current, because he still wears a wig and tries to dress up like me. So
You're not a cross-dresser.
Nope, I just put a wig on, put a little bit of besso on, and then all of a sudden I'm Vanessa, because why else? I mean, that's all you wear. You don't wear makeup.
Yeah.
Why should I? Why should I go through the trouble if you don't go through the fucking trouble?
He doesn't like me like that. But remember how the saying goes. If you see somebody talking badly about a woman, it's probably coming from somebody that wants to be with her and will never be able to be with her. Or who wants to be her and will never be her. Those two gentlemen, to me, like, epitomize that. Both of them, actually.
Epitomize.
No lipstick at all today. No makeup.
Yeah, she's
Paige
Delulu.
says, I love you too, girl.
No, I love you
Like
like
I
a store
had
dick
said
on a
before,
wedding
you
night.
have helped me so much in my life. You're a mentor to me because I was in a similar situation like you. And you know what?
If you ever had a store dick on a wedding night, trust me, you don't love it.
And you know, even if I had been a human being.
Did you hear that comment that she read? You believe that shit? You believe that? Listen.
What if I had gone into like prostitution?
You are.
Wait.
Both of them, actually.
I skipped back a little bit. Listen to this.
No lipstick at all today. No makeup. Paige says, I love you too, girl. Like I had said before, you have helped me so much in my life. You're a mentor to me because I was in a similar situation like you. And you know what?
She's a mentor.
That make me want to stand for myself.
Vanessa is a mentor. For what? How to smoke crack?
Or how to get free tits. I don't know.
And she's not very good at it. How to scam the welfare system? She's not very good at it, obviously.
And you know, even if I had been a human being, what if I had gone into like prostitution?
You did.
Why would you even say that? Because I can't say that because it's an analogy. What if I had gone into that, right? What if I had been like, oh my goodness, my life is so broken. You know, I couldn't be a nurse anymore. They did all this stuff to me. And all I have is my womanly persuasions. And to, you know, okay. And the only thing I have is
that's why she got the mommy makeover, so she can become a
analogy.
hoe.
Right.
It all makes sense now.
So, what if I had turned my life around from there?
So what are you trying to say?
What if I had turned my life around from a point of that level of rock bottom? You see.
So 12 arrests is not rock bottom?
Well, we all have a pretty good idea that she's going to lose her nursing license. So now she's talking prostitution. Well, what if I was a prostitute? Well, it all makes sense why you got new tits and you went and had the gut sliced and diced and sucked out of you and put it in your ass. Why, I have no idea, but...
She's saying, what if I was on OnlyFans? That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying.
Yep, she's going to do an Only Farms. Y'all watch. When she gets out the Hooskow, she's going to the Only Farms.
So, like I said it yesterday, at what point, you know, you've had the chance to turn your shit around. Like I said, your first arrest, okay, whatever. A lot of people get one arrest in their life and they never happens again. Second arrest, all right, whatever. But third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, at what point do you say, shit, I better turn myself around?
Well, she didn't say that because why? At the sixth arrest, she's like, this state's out to get me. At the seventh arrest, it's like, they're definitely out to get me. There is nothing but corruption in this state. And then all they did was reinforce that the 8th, 9th, 10th, or all the way through the 12th. State's corrupt. She does absolutely nothing wrong. She's a fucking angel. She didn't steal any money from the state of Texas. She didn't get caught driving down the road at a 5-star, Five Guy, whatever the fuck, with a crack pipe in her car.
Stars.
Yeah, it was planted. It's all a big plot to get Vanessa.
The whole world.
It's a huge plot.
So ask yourself. Talk to yourself. Talk to your, what did she call it? Her inner voice? What did she call it? Her inner something yesterday. Inner monologue. Inner dialogue. Consult your inner dialogue.
There's people out here that
that'll take care of
would actually give me more credit. But honestly, not because they care about my outcome, because they kind of like that I hit that rock bottom. They kind of like that it got that bad for me. That analogy raises a lot of interesting things like that.
Sure it does.
They would love for Vanessa to be so desperate that she hit that level of rock bottom. Where she had to sell her body to be able to live.
I wouldn't want you to do that.
Right?
I don't think anybody wants her to do that.
Let's just tie a mattress to your back, and that way all you got to do is fall down at any point and say, give it to me, Daddy.
You see, those kind of men that disparage me, you know, even the one that claims to not be part of the LGBTQ community, the Hispanic one, would still say, well, no, she's not my type. Well, we beg to differ. We'd like to see what your types have been. We beg to differ. Right? It's quite obvious.
It was we.
It's quite obvious the obsession is there, and it's kind of
her
scary.
and her multiple personalities that she has.
When you know, let's just say if that's the truth. The amount of focus that he puts on me, is scary when you think about, you don't know if he's walking around untreated and undiagnosed with something.
What do you got, Manny?
Untreated and undiagnosed.
What do you got? Tell us.
So, first of all,
here it comes.
You want to talk about creepy. The creepy is how she keeps saying that, like, wanting it to be true. You know she wants it to be true.
Mm-hmm.
How is that my problem? But first, I'll address the type. I'm going to put this here so she can, see my pores.
I know his type.
Can you hear me, Vanessa? Because you got to hear this loud and clear, okay? My type is decent women. I don't care if they're tall, short, what they weigh, it's beyond physical, which obviously to you is the most important thing in the world. But I look at people from the inside and how they are, how they treat people, whether they're good people or bad people. And then after that, who cares about the physical attributes? In my whole lifetime, and I've been around for a while, had plenty. All kinds, all races, all sizes. So there isn't a type, but someone as ugly as you on the inside,
Oh, shut up.
I will never, ever, ever would have considered that. Ever. I have no interest in you whatsoever. Like I said, I wouldn't even touch you with a 10-foot pole. I wouldn't fuck you with his dick. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't give you my dick.
Well, good, because I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that to you, man. I wouldn't do that to you.
Thank you, Jesus.
So, I think the creepy one here is you. I think you want me to have a thing for you. Why? So you can reject me.
Shut up.
I have someone and don't need you.
Oh.
Don't want you. Never wanted you. Never gonna want you.
Oh, look out now.
Have no interest. Can you hear me? Can you see my pores? Can you hear them? Because all this is coming out of my pores just for you. So get off your delusional high horse, and if you need to go relieve yourself, go get yourself a grilled cheese sandwich and do your deed. But don't think that ever in a million years that I would be interested in someone like you. Because frankly, I find you disgusting. Do I hate you? I don't hate you. I feel sorry for you. But for you to keep insisting and keep insisting and keep insisting that I want you and I desire you, you better go back to your crack pipe. You were better off that way.
This way, Moneypenny.
You were better off that way. So, go enjoy the car, the family cards, but you don't have a family, so go enjoy that car. And if you want to keep dreaming and fantasizing, enjoy yourself. But you will never, ever, ever get this or have a chance at this. Not interested. No matter how many times you keep saying it, not interested.
Doesn't want you in the worst way, Moneypenny. He doesn't want you in the worst way.
That was cool, man. That's awesome.
I know, right?
So
I had to put on my Whoopi Goldberg shades for that line.
that was good. I like that. That was spot on, Bam. Spot on. So I hope I made myself perfectly clear.
I don't know. Did you? You might have to do it again because she is a little slow on the learning curve.
Have the comprehension problem. I understand.
She's on the spectrum. Okay, so you might have to say the second or a third time in order for her to catch it.
Yeah. Well, she's not on the.
Everybody on the spectrum is that way.
Well, she's not on the spectrum, but there's a definite comprehension problem.
There's something there that's just not right.
Yeah.
Whether it's up here, down there, I think it's all over. Actually, just not right. Just not right.
So Vanessa, if you're feeling frisky, I'm sure there's a Starbucks right around the corner you can go to and grab a grilled cheese sandwich or a.
Spank that little cheese. Spank that cheese, girl. Get in there and spank that little wrap, that little drawer cheese. Spank it, girl.
Take his drawers off and, have your way with the grilled cheese or a chili cheeseburger, whatever.
Oh, she loves those chili cheeseburgers. But, that'll, make that waistline expand if she goes there.
Yeah, so hopefully she will... I don't know. That might need a repeating a little bit later. But
you're gonna repeat it?
Don't flatter yourself. Really, you shouldn't flatter yourself because I don't think you're appealing to anybody, especially if you're in your car for 14 hours a day.
God knows you don't even appeal to those seats. We have to peel you off of the seats.
What is so appealing about you? What is appealing about you? That you're in your car for 14 hours a day?
That's sexy. Not
that you lost your kids. You don't have kids because you gave them up.
Not.
that you had plastic surgery and now most of you is fake and unauthentic. Remember? You said that.
Not most of her. Now she's 100% fake.
Yeah. And this is something you said yourself about unauthentic people. Well, you went there all the way. You went to the top of unauthentic.
The very top.
I prefer all natural.
All natural. Oh,
That's
so
just a preference. That's the preference.
Even like hair in the armpits and on the legs and everything. Are you that natural?
Well, no.
Okay.
No. I mean, that's natural, but it should be trimmed. It should be trimmed or shaved.
Okay, clarify,
Proper women trim and shave that stuff, right?
Or wax.
Or wax, whatever.
They clean up the downtown, unlike, well.
But what I'm saying is, silicone parts are made for toys, like Sir Mix-a-Lot said. So, yeah. Not interested in a million years, and I would rather unalive myself than to ever be with you in any way, shape, or form.
Wow, Manny, that's like deep, dude.
Well, and it's true.
Okay.
She's repulsive and disgusting.
In more ways than one.
And this, even though I've said in the past, well, I mean, she's not ugly or bad looking.
She has her moments where she's actually quite cute and pretty. She has her moments.
I've said that in the past.
I have too.
But don't confuse that for desiring you.
Please.
So, thank you very much, but you can go flog yourself with your grilled cheese sandwich.
No, that's a good... Don't promise me with a good time.
So anyway. Exactly. Lucretia, I like that name. Lucretia Michelle Cox.
Oh, I wonder why you like that name. Lucretia Michelle Cox.
Because it's got a Acretia in it. And you know what Acretia is, don't you?
Because it's got a Cox at the end.
Well, yeah.
She says, first time seeing you live. Good morning, Caroline. She says, first time seeing you live. Girl, first time off. You're a beautiful lady. Thank you. And that's the reason, thank you. Thank you. I look like a little boy with no makeup on, but thank you. Thank you.
Like a little boy.
I look like a little boy with no makeup on. What are those two god-awful fucking basketballs on your chest there?
Those men are always going to be mad every time. And you know why? It's the Eddie Haskell thing. It's the Eddie Haskell thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what anybody says because he has an opinion of me. Those people, he's trying to, and this is a really small, close community here where I live. It's the most southern 4 counties in Texas.
Mm-hmm. It's not a close community. Just because it's a valley and there's, 100 and some miles, maybe less than a couple hundred miles from end to end. It's not that close. And the people are not that close. They're spread out. There are little communities within the community that could be close. But this is not like you can walk down the street and you're going to recognize somebody all the time. No, it's not like that. She's trying to make it sound like that, and it's not like that.
And when you give a platform of hate to target a woman that lives in an area where you live, like that, close-knit area, you're not caring about how mongering hate can put her in a certain kind of position. You don't care.
Yeah. I challenge her to send me a video clip of me mongering hate towards her. Amuse me. I dare you. Go look for something where I'm mongering hate and I'm trying to build up hate against you.
Debbie, I think they live about 20 miles apart.
We live about 30 miles apart. I'll call it 40 minutes. And even that's too close.
Some people could be like, man,
I live in a completely different state, and that's too close.
Somebody may not like that he's saying this about Vanessa. I don't know what to say. The thing is that Vanessa's not out there doing what these men are doing to her. I'm not. I'm defending myself. It's not the same thing.
Bullshit.
It's not the same thing.
What about
But
all
you
the
could tell
profiles
if
you
he was
show on your
shaky,
little
you could tell if he
shindig
was
there
on
and
the
talk
verge of
about?
shaky. I don't care what anybody tells me. I'm just going to say it because it's my opinion. That man has a level of rage that he doesn't show anybody.
Who's she talking about? You or me?
He seems to me like if I had to guess, I would guess that I've already said that he's unkind to all his partners that he's ever had, but he also probably gaslights them.
Do you?
He also makes them, gaslights them to where it's like he mentally torments them until the point that they're raging. And it's reactive abuse. He does reactive abuse.
That's
And I think
fascinating.
that's what he was thinking.
Dr.
That was
Vanessa
happen
here,
with me.
don't
I
you
think
know?
he thought that I was going to, when I finally did push back against him and his white friend hater, that I was going to be like.
Remember, you're not just my friend. You're my white friend.
And she go, you're absolutely correct. Because she hates white people.
Do I look like I'm angry? Do I look like I'm in a rage? And I tried to fake it earlier when I went live from my car earlier.
I mean, I want to know what a hater looks like.
Look at her. That's a hater.
Oh, okay.
That's a hater.
I'm glad I don't look like that.
You don't look like a hater at all.
No, I'm not. Once again, you got to know somebody, physically meet them, physically interact with them on a personal basis to decide whether or not you like them, hate them, want to fuck them, or even want to see them again. I mean, there's four things that you want to do when you meet somebody. You're going to like them, become friends with them. You're going to instantly hate the motherfucker, never want to see him again. 3, you want to fuck the hell out of them because you're sexually drawn to them. Or 4, just like, yeah, walk away, Renee, walk away.
Right.
Because the bitch is delulu. If you know somebody delulu right from the get, walk away, Renee. Okay, yeah. I'll get back to you on that. Walk away.
Yeah. Excuse me. There's a dog barking. I'll see you later.
Yeah. So, I mean, those are the 4 top things that you want to do the first time you meet somebody. But you don't know if you hate the motherfucker if you ain't ever met the motherfucker.
Yep. Very true.
Just saying.
And this is not the only time I'm saying that I don't hate her. I've been saying that shit for years. We've both been saying it. We don't hate her. I don't hate her. I'm not going to speak for Bam. He can say it himself.
I don't
hate her.
I'll talk about her. I may make a mean comment every now and then, but I don't hate her.
Don't hate her. Don't wish her any ill will. I don't wish her any harm. Never have.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna bounce out for a few minutes and go make dinner and throw it in the oven because it's a mortal sin if my nephew eats past 6:00 at fucking night. Why, I don't get it. But
what is he, a senior citizen or what is he?
Motherfucker's 27 years old. I mean, why the fuck? I can't eat past 6:00 at night. Motherfucker, sometimes I eat dinner at 9 and 10 at night.
Yeah, well, that's no good either.
Why now? I mean, I try to eat before 7. But I don't get it. But it's a mortal sin if this kid doesn't eat or eats past 6:00 at night. So I'm going to go bread up these fucking chicken thighs and throw them in the oven. And I'll be back if y'all still here.
If I'm still here, just jump back in.
All right, y'all. I'll be back.
Later,
I'll be back.
So let's continue with this nonsense. Let's see if she talks about the car too, because I don't know what. She didn't buy it, because if she did, you wouldn't hear the end of it if she bought a brand new car, right? I don't think she rented it because she would have talked about that experience too. I think. I'm pretty sure she would. So I'm guessing she borrowed it. Or somebody let her use their car.
Come undone when I defend myself. No, that's not going to happen. I can be just as calm as you defending myself. But your rage.
Oh, yeah. This is where she thinks I'm upset because she's defending herself. What kind of moron would be upset that you're defending yourself? That's the first question. The second question, defending yourself against what? The truth? Is that what you're defending yourself against? Because all you do is lie and lie and lie every day. And I've shown evidence where you yourself contradict yourself. So
Can't be hidden. Your rage. I can't. I don't. Almost every person you've ever seen that doesn't like me, and like I said, for the rest of my life, you will never see a dignified person ever speak against me. Ever. But the people that follow my story have seen almost every single person that has ever spoken against me, and you all know it's been a handful of men, a handful of women. They all have demonstrated a level of absolute rage. Quilts coming undone after I defend myself. All of them. Each one has demonstrated, and you can tell, you can see, you can sense the violence in their voice. You can sense their potential for violence. You can sense the pathology. You can feel it. You can sense it.
Someone asked me how many times I've been arrested. You know how many times I've been arrested? And I'm talking about my adult later life. One time. 23 years ago. What about you, Vanessa? How many times have you been arrested? And 2 toes. What's wrong with that picture? What's wrong when somebody is arrested a dozen times? And don't give me this crap. Oh, they're after me. They're out to get me. Oh, they want to. Yeah, no. For what? Why would they be after you? Oh, to shut me up. Shut you up about what? You know how many people talk bad about law enforcement? Or how many people don't like law enforcement? They go out there and protest at police stations. Police don't do anything to them. They don't sabotage them. So, yeah, you win. 12 arrests to 1. You win. That's something to be proud of. Now, if you were an activist, then it's kind of your job to get arrested. You go and protest, you disturb the peace, you make a nuisance of yourself, and then they arrest you and they take you away. But that's their job, to make noise, get arrested. So I can see those kind of people having a arrest count, and being proud of it. I get it. I get that. But you're like a habitual offender. Oh, but I'm not convicted of it. Okay, yeah, you're not. A lot of the stuff got dismissed. A lot of that stuff you were on probation for, they just did that. But your big trial is coming up, food stamp fraud. And that's the one you're afraid of. That's the one you're scared of. You know it. That's okay. Anybody will be afraid. That's okay. But it's not a good look when you're talking a lot of shit and you're facing a federal charge, a felony, or a few of them actually. So it's not a good look for you to be yeah when you got that pending.
You can. You can. You can. That's why he was so happy to take the reins of, you see, the person that started all this is a family man. And so when he decided, you know what, I don't want to be the face of the campaign against, you know, taking down this woman's life. I'm going to pass the baton. And that guy was so happy to just take the baton.
That's not how it happened. Again, she doesn't know. She doesn't know Jack. Doesn't know Jack. And I'll briefly go over this again. My chair is failing. Frank Marr had a page called No More Cheeseman. And he would stream her every day. But just stream it. He'd leave it on her, streaming her, kind of like Ultimate Deception does. And that's it. Fine. Did that for years. So one day, I was with the other page where I started. It was called Real Politics. The page is still there. The interview with her is still there. And from there, we started streaming. You know, we talk politics, local politics, national politics. And then I left that page, started on my own with this page. And somebody said, hey, she's running for something. She's at a forum, political forum. You should stream it because we can't watch her. She blocks a lot of people. If you disagree with her or if you say something the wrong way, even if you're being honest and sincere, she'll block you. So she blocks a lot of people. They can't watch her. They want to watch her. Okay, I'll stream it. And I streamed it like this. Her picture's there and I'm commenting and kind of rebutting what she's saying. And the forum was over. Say, all right, good night, everybody. See it. A few minutes later, hey, she's in her car and she's talking about can you touch her? Okay, I'll see. Streamed her again, and it just became a thing. This was at the same time that Frank, with his page, was kind of getting tired of it and kind of not doing it anymore. So there was no handoff of the baton or any of that. Frank and I never had a discussion. The only discussion we had was his people were criticizing me that I was copying him, deliberately copying him. So instead of going back and forth online, I called him and I said, you want to talk? Let's talk. And I cleared it up and said, I'm not copying you or anything like that. It's not anything like that. I just started streaming her and I do my commentary and I'm talking, saying what I think. And he had no issue with it. Everything was good. No issues. So there was no passing of the baton or anything. Frank just got... he got involved with life and he was busy and work and family and stuff. So he didn't want to do this all the time. And that's fine. No issues. So there was no passing of the baton. That's something she just creating in her mind.
And I let it happen and I let it happen and I let it happen. Until I finally started speaking up on it. But
she let it happen. There's nothing to let happen. Free speech. We can do whatever we want. As long as it's reasonable, obviously, but we can do whatever we want.
Thing is, what bothers him is that I'm a better speaker than he'll ever be. I'm a better storyteller than he'll ever be. I'm better at everything.
Storyteller. I don't know if she might have me on that one. Because she can tell a bullshit story. She really can, all right? Especially if she's able to put off trials for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I always said she had the gift of gab. The problem is you can't, it just gets to a point where everybody can see through your nonsense. But is she a good storyteller? I don't know if she's a good storyteller, but if she thinks she is, okay, I don't care.
Of the campaign against, taking down this woman's life. I'm going to pass the baton. And that guy was so happy to just take the baton. And I let it happen, and I let it happen, and I let it happen. Until I finally started speaking up on it. But the thing is, what bothers him is that I'm a better speaker than he'll ever be. I'm a better storyteller than he'll ever be. I'm better at everything than he will ever be. Ever. I could probably be a better man than he could be. That probably really bothers him. I probably could be a better man. In fact, I demonstrate all of the qualities of a man traditionally that...
How? By playing a victim? Is that a masculine trait, playing the victim? Is it? Since when is that a masculine trait?
Our standards that men are supposed to... I work hard every day. I do everything I'm supposed to do like that. No fail. You don't see me. There's nothing wrong with selling Avon. But you don't see me selling Avon. You don't see me selling, Pampered Chef and stuff like that. And then me having, hating on a woman for no reason at all. Only because, of these ugly, deep-seated feelings inside me that I will never admit to the public.
See, that's where she's full of shit. First of all, she thinks I'm hating on her, which I'm not. Secondly, she's for no reason at all. And you guys know my reasons already. Don't need to repeat them. I know some of you guys have been with me for a long time, and you keep hearing this, and I know you probably get tired of hearing it already. But for the new people, she doesn't take accountability. She's blaming 3 people for conspiring to have her beaten on Christmas Eve 2020. And I happen to honestly believe and know that those people were not involved at all. Especially when she already told us her story of why she got beat on Christmas Eve. She said it herself in a couple different videos. And I've played one over and over again. And that video happens to be on my TikTok page. From her own mouth. So, there's that. 2, she does drugs while she's doing a show. She doesn't call it a show. While she's doing her live program, she snorted whatever she snorts. And there's video of that. I have it. You guys remember? Oh, hold on. Let me read the comments. So, yeah, that happened a couple times. I shit you not. So, do I care that if somebody does drugs? Whatever, that's your business. But if you're going to be running for office in Texas and try to have some kind of a political seat to represent the people of Texas, I don't think so. Not if I have any say in it, and I'll try, and I'll do whatever I can legally legally, so that you never get voted in to a seat. I don't want this representing any Texan or any American in any state if she's seeking for a higher position. So those are my reasons. It's not out of hate for her. But she's going to say that because her listeners, her viewers don't know shit. They don't know nothing. And that's the way she wants to keep it. That's the way she wants to keep it. She wants her audience ignorant because they don't know the real deal. So, and she will never admit it. She'll just keep playing this narrative. He's a hater, Manny's a hater, and all this. He's a hate page and all that stupid crap. So, take that, Vanessa, and smoke it if you like.
You don't see me doing that. I get out there and I work my ass off. That's why I gained all my Social Security credits before I was 30 years old.
Yeah, me too.
If something happens to me right now and I become disabled to where I can't function, I can't work, I gain my Social Security credits before the age of 30, and it usually takes people 60 or 70 years to gain those.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't take anybody 70 years to earn their Social Security credits. Most people have been working 20, 25 years straight. A lot of the old school people working for the same company for 20 or 30 years. I started working, my work life started when I was 14. Instead of having summers off from school, I had to work. I learned a trade. At 14, I was working full time. At 16, I became the crew leader of 30 and 40 and 50-year-old men. So, don't tell me about how long I've been working. She's spewing shit. She knows nothing. Like I said, what she doesn't know could fill a book. And I'm still not upset. I just find this amusing. I'm not upset.
I did it before 30 because that's how hard I've worked. All right. And then you have, that man like that selling Avon.
Somebody do the math. Could she do that before she was 30? Because she was working now 26 years now in nursing. Can somebody do the math? Somebody who's quicker than me right now. I don't feel like doing it right now. But if she just turned 46 and she's saying that she cleared her credits by the time she was 30. Does somebody want to figure that out? Let me know.
I gained my Social Security credits before the age of 30, and it usually takes people 60 or 70 years to gain those. I did it before 30 because that's how hard I've worked. Mm-hmm. All right. And then you have, that.
But how did you do that in between all these arrests? And you were in jail for a while? And how'd you do it? I mean, if you want to go there, we can go there. How'd you do it?
Man like that selling, because if something happens to me right now and I become disabled to where I can't function, I can't work, I gain my Social Security credits before the age of 30, and it usually takes people 60 or 70 years to gain those. I did it before 30 because that's how hard I've worked. All right. And then you have, that man like that selling Avon. You're not some, down the, down.
So Avon is done on the side. I did it a few years ago to help someone else. And then when they started opening it up to being a like e-commerce, all of a sudden you didn't have to go door to door anymore. Now the option is there. We'll create your little page, kind of like the other pages do, and you can sell right from your page. They can sell direct. Just give them your link. People can order direct, I don't see your credit card numbers. I don't see payment. I don't see any of that stuff. All I get is a little thing that says you have an order. You have an order, and those emails come in. So if you're 18 years old and you've worked for 28 years straight, you'd be eligible already. You would clear those credits. That sound right? I mean, I guess that sounds right. Somehow, I don't think she's worked straight for 28 years. How could she? She's had kids and kids and kids and kids and relationships and kids and jail and arrests. I don't know. But, I don't care. That's her business. If she didn't or if she did, I don't care. But it doesn't take somebody until the age of 70 to get those credits, please.
If something happens to me right now and I become disabled to where I can't function, I can't work, I gain my Social Security credits before the age of 30, and it usually takes people 60 or 70 years to gain those. I did it before 30 because that's how hard I've worked. All right? And then you have, that man like that selling Avon. You're not some, down in the trenches woman that really needs, to supplement her income or even just get an income. No, you're a man. Move. Like, go to school. I mean, there's people in their 30s, 40s, 50s going to school. Right? But you want to put down a woman that literally matches the masculine qualities more than you ever will. It's true. This Letitia Taryn has been like hating on me for a long, long time. And Rondrea and Nicole too. Why don't you come live? Because you talk a lot. We're waiting. Audience knows too, because you've only been here for like 2 weeks.
Sorry, I want to go back a little bit because I missed that couple of minutes.
Some, a woman for no reason at all, only because, of these ugly, deep-seated feelings inside me that I will never admit to the public. You don't see me doing that. I get out there and I work my ass off. That's why I gained all my Social Security credits before I was 30 years old. If something happens to me right now and I become disabled to where I can't function, I can't work, I gain my Social Security credits before the age of 30, and it usually takes people 60 or 70 years to gain those. I did it before 30.
60 or 70 years. Is that how long it takes, man?
I know there is a certain amount of credits that you have to have before you collect Social Security. But they go by age. Now, if you become disabled, you don't. You get disability. They don't go off of credits. Well, they sort of do. If you've never been employed, then you get. I always confuse the two. It is SSI that you get. That's kind of like a gift from the government, and it's not a lot of money. And there's a lot of restrictions on it. Now, if you do actually have a certain amount of credits, like she's talking about, to get disability, which is SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, there is a certain amount of credits you do actually have to have. But the state, depending on what state you live in, sets the amount that you first start getting. And then after that, you get the cost of living increase every year.
So this says, typically you need 40 quarters to be eligible for Social Security retirement benefits. Since you can only earn a maximum of 4 work credits in a year, that means you need a minimum of 10 years of work to accrue enough quarters to qualify for Social Security for 2022. That's okay. If you start at 18, in 10 years, you will earn 49. So that's if you're working though, like constantly and full time, right? I assume that's what it is.
I would
So that's
assume
what
yes.
Yeah, that's what she's referring to. Okay, let's continue this.
You're odd.
Because that's how hard I've worked. All right. And then you have,
That's how
that
hard I
man
work, she says.
like that selling Avon.
Oh, Chuck, I didn't eat anything. I made
You're not
I
some,
put chicken thighs in the
down
oven.
down in the trenches woman that really needs, to get supplement her income or even just get an income. No, you're a man. Move. Like, go to school. I mean, there's people in their 30s, 40s, 50s going to school, right? But you want to put down a woman that literally matches the masculine qualities more than you ever will.
So she matches our masculine quality. She matches my masculine qualities. But I don't ever recall myself saying I'm a victim or anything. That's not a masculine quality. Is it?
No, it doesn't matter if you're feminine or masculine. You can be a victim at any fucking... Yeah.
Well, she keeps saying that she matches my masculine traits. I'm like, being a victim isn't masculine. I mean, I don't think it's masculine or feminine, but the way you put it.
Well, okay. Well, once again, we all know this is Vanessa. Okay. Word salad woman herself next to the vice president. This bitch can talk for 3 months straight and not say a fucking word that anybody really cares about.
Well, she says whatever I can do or whatever we can do,
she can do better.
She can do better.
Yeah. Who sings that song?
I heard that song too.
Yeah, I think it was created back in the 70s. Whatever you can do, I can do better.
Isn't that from a movie or something?
It wasn't a movie, yes. I can do anything better than you. But it is a song.
So, Doris Day and Robert Goulet.
Okay, so...
but what movie is it from?
Doris Day. I'm trying to think of Doris Day's movies. Glass Bottom
Annie, get your gun.
Okay.
God, is she going to be singing that song now all over the place? Goodness. All right. So, yeah, she said she can be a better man than myself. So, yeah. Okay.
Well, okay. So, all right. As long as you brought that up, how can you be a man after you had your tits blown up from like golf balls to basketballs? Now you want to be a man. Okay, delusion number 1. Delusion number 2, like I said, I was on Grindr the other day, and here's this man in a beard that is a woman that likes to top men and in the butt. How is that a woman? There's way too much fucking delusional bullshit out there that's like had mental diseases that I'm too old to fuck. I'm too old to play pretend with. I'm too old for that shit. I think I need to buy a fucking helmet to protect me from all the fucking mental illness out there.
Right. There's different reasons for us wearing helmets and
I'm sorry. I'm wearing a helmet so I don't catch your disease. But like what's that guy in X-Men with the helmet so Professor X can't read his mind? That's why I'm wearing the fucking helmet, so to keep my own sanity.
Liana, thank you, my love, for the info.
PM.
So apparently you can go to a website. I imagine it's irs.gov. Oh no, SSA, Social Security Administration.gov.
Yes. IRS.
Create a little account, enter your data, and it'll tell you how many credits you have.
And when you can legally retire, at what age you can legally retire and collect Social Security. And I guarantee you, it's going to be a minimum of 63, or is it 65? And it's going to go all the way up to 75. They want you to retire at 75.
And if you go early, then you lose some of that money, right? Is that how that works?
A lot of that money.
Yeah. All right, let's continue this nonsense here.
Oh, 62, Janice says.
It's true. This Letitia Taryn has been like hating on me for a long, long time.
I wonder if you can still get benefits if you're a convicted felon.
You are not allowed to collect Social Security while you are incarcerated.
Oh. And obviously, well, she could work.
And well,
but then again, she is a 1099. She's not an employee. She's a 1099 independent contractor.
And she has to pay all these taxes in.
So that's assuming that she's filing her taxes every year on time and all that stuff, right?
And, you know, if you don't pay these taxes, you don't collect these taxes.
I mean, even if she's convicted, she's not going to go to prison for 40 years or anything. But
well, there's going to be a break in what she pays in. And if it's a large enough break, she has to start all over.
I wonder how long of a break that is.
Andrea, Nicole,
I think it's 4 years. I'm not sure.
Why don't you come
Don't hold me to that. But I think it's 4 years.
That would suck.
We're waiting. Audience knows too, because you've only been here for like 2 weeks. My audience knows when I'm asking somebody to come live. I keep this brand of hate on here. I keep certain brands of hate. Y'all know she's going live. If she lies, I can just, show you with the other phone where I'm asking her to go live. She's going live. I'm asking her.
Oh, are you? Prove it. I don't think you are.
IDGAF. Oh, yes, you do. You absolutely give a fuck. Absolutely. Anyways, let me turn it off because I don't like how it sounds when I'm asking them and they're being cowards and they won't, come live. So, let me just hush her up. Or don't even worry about her. She's quiet. So, I have her here like that because she's all over the hate pages too. She's applauding the other hater that has shown a lot of rage towards me as well.
All right, John Allen, have a good night.
All of these people that basically worked at one point with the first man that started all this, right? And who have continued because that's the way that they're getting their notoriety. They're not getting their notoriety because they are so-and-so human being on their own, separate from anything related to me. No. So nobody knows you. Nobody knows about you. Nobody cares about your thoughts on anything. The only people that support you are people that dislike that same female.
Oh, so she hasn't driven the vehicle yet. So is she using?
And sadly, some people don't care. They just want to be part of something, and they want to be the leader of something, even if you're the leader of haters.
Huh?
And it's like,
Hey, Tammy.
And like this one came over here, and I don't know, if I were to guess, I would just be like, I think she's diagnosed something. Or if she's diagnosed, she don't, untreated for whatever reason. Because this one here has a level of rage that,
Private message.
With all the exclamation points and all this, she's probably put hands on people too, and, you know what I mean? Like that. Yeah. And so I just put her on here because I know that she's eventually gonna, I need y'all to see like how badly people hate me.
She wants to show that so bad. I'm telling you. That's why she does certain things, thinking that she makes people hate her. Oh man, what happened?
I don't.
She thinks people hate her.
She thinks everybody in the world hates her and everybody in the world's out to get her because she is little Miss Muffin who sat on a tuffet eating her curds and whey and does nothing wrong for anybody, and everybody's just out there. Everybody just fucking hates this woman. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you.
That was
funny. That this one could say here. This gonna make me feel bad. Because a lot of people block people because they're scared. They're scared. Like, she's gonna say something to make me look stupid. It's you.
Hey, Irma.
You will never wake up in your human experience and ever say anything that is ever going to make me look stupid.
Everything makes you look stupid.
To
Even
anybody in the
that
world.
fuzzy,
Only
facelift
people that
hanging off the
think
side of
like
your
you.
head.
And those kind of people really don't matter. They're so low vibrational. Oh, there's something wrong with her. She has a level of rage. And it's all these people who have that same level of rage. Let's go back to that man, though, right? It's interesting that you all tell me that he was so mad, that you can see that he was so mad. Yeah.
Were you mad?
You see, his thing is this.
What was I mad about?
I'm just going to make a show, and I'm going to allow somebody else to really say really ugly, bad things about her, and I'm just going to sit
What was I mad about? When was I mad?
Well, she's explaining it.
here innocently. And once in a while, I'll let the act fall away, and I will start to do my picking at that woman, right? But I will always remain calm. But as you can see, and as some of you have already noticed, it's a fake calm. He is absolutely 100% raging inside.
Are you raging inside?
100%.
She seems to know it all.
The demons inside of you, are they fighting to get out?
Hey, El Paso, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see
Yeah,
you.
I think she's obsessed. I think she wants
Yeah.
your dick.
There's something wrong with that one. There really is. There's something wrong with that one. And that one looks really, really young. I mean, I would guess maybe under 30 years old, maybe. Maybe 25, 30. Hmm?
Yep, I think.
And
she,
you're
I
like,
think
when
she
you're
wants
like, to
little
me, when you're
Manny.
like 25 or 30, and you're that mean, and you use that level of, like, I can tell so much. So much. And people don't like that. It's like, I'm observational. Like, I'm going to see things.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
notice and
yeah.
we'll put things
You
together.
certainly are observational. My
I
God, we
can't
can't
help
pull
it.
anything over on you because
And so when you have that
you're
many
the fucking
filters, you're
queen of
that young,
everything.
you're that
Queen of
rageful.
fucking know-it-all. Oh my God, was she actually driving? No, she wasn't driving.
There's something serious
Well,
happening.
remember, she's brilliant.
Right?
I know, and you know,
Somebody with
she's
low
an attorney,
self-esteem
and she's a
that's
court
rageful
reporter,
is
and
really
she's a
dangerous.
physicist.
They're really, really dangerous
We're really, really,
because
really
they
dangerous.
don't have the ability to control themselves. She's not even trying to pretend to control herself. That other
We can't
Hispanic man
control
with a
ourselves, Manny.
platform of hate, of who has created a
She
platform
just said
of
we
mostly
can't
white
control
hate
ourselves.
against
Oh my
me.
God. I'm gonna jump off the top of the fucking Chrysler building because I don't know how to control myself.
He tries to edit himself.
Right?
She doesn't. My point is there's no difference between them. They're both full of rage. And they both have low self-esteem.
Rage within.
Because nobody with high self-esteem would ever go after another human being and try to degrade them. No one.
How do you know?
You wouldn't be here. Hey,
You do that yourself. I don't have to degrade you. You degrade yourself.
And others when you start
And
showing
others.
profiles and go.
All I do is
Woman, look at this one.
all I do is show everybody, look how she's degrading herself and what she's doing to others.
Yeah, and we just point it out and point out your flaws that you have so many of.
Don't shoot the messenger. This is you.
In a nutshell.
and you wouldn't be hating on nobody. You don't have time for that because you're too busy living your wonderful, beautiful life.
Oh, she lives a wonderful, beautiful
You
life.
don't see me
With
you-
no
you
children,
will
of course,
never
because they've been
see
taken
me
away from her.
on another post or another live video or anywhere else just making fun of anybody. Well, that's not no. If you come here, I'm gonna defend myself, and I'm
So I don't know how such a wonderful, beautiful life she's living with. One, her mother didn't want her. Grandma raised her. She had 4 kids, 2 of which were removed from her custody. So how wonderful and beautiful is this so far? She's been arrested 12 times. She has taken, $80,000 from the state of Texas from food stamps and Medicare fraud. We've been arrested for drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. I mean, how wonderful and beautiful is this life that you are telling everybody you live? I mean, I know I'm not the most intelligent motherfucker in the world, but that is not wonderful. That is not beautiful. I don't fucking get it.
I don't get it either. I don't.
I mean, I guess if you're the fucking it clown that goes, hello, Georgie. I guess if you're comparing your life to that, yeah, it is wonderful and fucking beautiful.
Right?
Girl, I think instead of going to jail, I think you should ask for a mental institution. They might be able to help you. I don't know. Just saying. I'm not a professional by any means. But, you know, I just say what I see. Kind of like you. I just say what I see, but what I see is real. Okay, I'm not fucking delusional.
So speaking of rage, here, let's let her finish up a little bit more.
I'll play around with you. I am. If you bring your hate to me, absolutely. Yes, you were coming over here to try to, mess with a little lamb. And then you found
little
out
lamb?
it's a whole lion.
A little lamb?
Little lamb. Have anybody seen Gypsy Rose?
You want to go there? First of all, there's nothing little, all right?
I know it's Gypsy. Little lamb, little lamb.
You all right, man?
I'm singing Little Lamb from Gypsy with Bette Midler.
I got something. I'm looking for something. Okay, let me keep playing this for a minute.
Please.
Please, bitch, please.
No.
No. Couldn't be that.
No, it's warming up a little bit. It's actually warming up a little bit.
No, it's not.
It actually
Sounds
is.
windy. Better slow down. You're moving too fast.
Yeah, my Mustang was leaving me. It had a new battery. There was nothing wrong with the starter, the alternator, or anything at all. And I was like, I couldn't do that anymore. I was carrying a battery pack in my nurse's bag. No joke. It's in the back. I was carrying a battery pack in here.
Defib the battery. All right, everybody, stand back.
And the thing is that I wasn't going to be able to use the battery pack to jump it unless I left it unlocked. How am I going to leave my car unlocked? Because if the battery died while the vehicle was locked, then I would have to pay a locksmith. I've had to pay a locksmith twice in the last 2 months. I'm not kidding. At one of them, I was at the AutoZone. I went to the AutoZone, and I don't know what I did at the AutoZone. I went to go get something, and then I was like, the first time that happened, I was like, oh my goodness. I'm all naive. I can admit when I'm naive. I was like, well, at least I'm here at the AutoZone, and I can, the batteries of my, of my key fob must have run out, right? Let me go get some batteries. No, it wasn't that. It's because of the battery thing. And it's that year of Mustang. There's something that causes a lot of battery problems for a lot of Mustang owners for that year and the surrounding years of that Mustang. Okay. And I was like, I'm not going to be dealing with this. And I love the people at AutoZone. They closed that night. And the girl was like, she wouldn't leave me. The guy was like, we're not going to leave you. They let me use their phone because I had left my phone in the car because I was just going to go to AutoZone and get this little thing. And in that split second, the battery went out. The battery was drained. And they waited with me for an hour, those good people from the AutoZone. They waited with me for an hour after closing. They did. They
That's
didn't
not
have
a.
to do that. It was like a Friday or Saturday night too. I remember.
If it's a Jeep, I don't know what kind of Jeep it is.
I remember. So, and yeah, it's a panoramic type of thing. Actually, it is. And so, as much as I love my Mustang, I was like, I don't got time for this.
You love it like a sore dick.
I don't have time for this. I can't be doing this. I can't.
So what did you
And
do?
then I was like, you need a car. You need a car for Saturday, Sunday, but you need a car for every day of the week. you got car next week, right? Which I thought I did, right? And I don't have nobody that's gonna lend me a car right now. Or even if I was, how am I at the last minute on a Friday going to rent a vehicle? You have to do that days ahead of time, especially during these times of the year.
No, you don't.
Right?
You can go rent a car. If they have them available, you can rent one.
Right?
That was weird.
Julie Waite says, hi, Miss
Message,
Vanessa.
Bam.
Forgive me if this has already been asked. I was curious. What do you like best about your job?
Got it.
The only reason if you can't rent a car is because you can't rent a car.
Someone asked if I have Cash App. Here's my Cash App and Venmo information.
So either you can't rent it for some reason, credit card issues or something,
Yes,
Or-
you have to have a credit card to rent a car. Not
or
a
they
debit.
don't have cars available,
Or you're not old enough.
or you're not old enough. You don't need 2 weeks reservation to go get a car. You can go to Enterprise, and if they have one, they'll rent one to you.
And in some cases, if you're like one of their top tier renters, which I used to be like many moons ago when I was traveling a lot, if they didn't have a car when I needed it, they would ship one in from another city.
Yep.
Just for me.
Yep. So what did she do? Buy a car, or is she borrowing one? She didn't say yet. Here, let's keep watching.
You heal people. What I like best about my job is that you get to do things for people when they're their most vulnerable,
Oh, really?
when they need help the most.
Steal their drugs, maybe? I don't know. Go through their things
And
while they're
it's
asleep.
just
See his
rewarding
ass
like
wiped? You'll be there.
That's what I like the most. You get to help people. Healing is the way of helping, and it's the helping aspect. You're a helper.
I'm a helper. Did you know I'm a helper?
I don't want to show it.
Because it's not yours.
Yeah. And that's what I was talking about yesterday that changed for me.
Change the subject.
There were so many memories.
Be
that
nice.
happened. But I can finally be in a vehicle and not.
And not what?
Not expect to see somebody I love right here. And not expecting to see somebody I love back there.
Yeah, I don't think you love them. Because if you did, you wouldn't have given up on them so quickly. That's the truth, Ruth.
Hey, how are you?
Yolis Garcia says, oh my goodness, I just had a hysterectomy. And for days I've been a big crybaby. And those answers make me melt. God bless your heart. I hope you feel better. Because that's a big surgery. I
No,
hope
it's
you
not.
feel better.
It's not a big decision.
That's not easy. That's a big surgery.
Does that new car have a place for your crack pipe some little nook or
Several
something.
places, I'm sure.
Yeah, you want to take a ride with me?
Oh, is this the
ship
last
is
ride?
So strange. Oh my goodness.
Like you said,
The
it was in the
last
beginning
ride.
of the video.
The last ride.
The last ride.
So weird.
We know that's a fucking
So
lie.
different.
She'll be back tomorrow. Yo, you want to go for a ride
Did
with
you
me?
hear that safety thing?
Kate, we're not
They're
sure.
so
We think it's a
safe.
rental.
No, she said it's not a. She said she couldn't rent a car. She's not saying anything about it.
Well, then maybe
She didn't say how she got it. She just has one.
Maybe she borrowed it.
But I don't think it's a brand new car. Because anybody with a brand new car, they don't shut the hell up about it. Me included. But you know her. And look how she got with the phone. You see how giddy she was when she unboxed that phone? How do you think she'd be with a brand new car?
Oh, well,
Plus,
just
I
like
needed
her
something-
trying on a dress, she'd be walking back and forth, turning, showing the side figure, showing the front bump, the back bump, the middle bump. Same thing. She'd be, look at my new car, everybody. Let's do a 360 of it. These are the tires. This is a running board. This is a door handle. Look, you have to punch several buttons just to get in the motherfucker.
I think it's bittersweet for her because she doesn't want to show it, but the minute she goes home to park, people who live in the area, those that know, they're going to know, and they're going to show and say what it is.
I wonder what color it is. If it's tan on the inside.
Well, it's tan, and then the seats look black.
Let's not talk about the seats because we all know that her vagina sweat and her coochie sweat and her, we're deep fish frying up in there. And yeah, I mean, let's not talk about those seats because, we got to peel her off of there in about 3 hours.
That's disgusting, Bam.
I know, but you love me for it.
Oh, God.
With a higher ground clearance. These roads were, oh my goodness.
Whatever it is, it sounds like she ditched the Mustang and is driving something else permanently now. Why did she just buy a new battery?
Because she said it wasn't the battery and it wasn't the alternator. You know what I think it was? I think it was user interference. I mean, she didn't know how to work the motherfucker. She did drive the wheels off on the motherfucker, though.
Hell yeah.
The roads where I live, they're not very well taken care of, and I'm not even going to say that, because it's in every county. I don't know what people are doing, or I don't know what. I don't know, maybe the state's not giving these counties enough money for the roads. All I know is that some of these roads are really, really bad. And you don't even have to go over the same pothole over and over. Just one good time that you go over a pothole sometimes, and that could be enough to ruin your rim, or just the tire.
What kind of car do we think it is? I think it's a
Yes, it's quiet.
Ford.
It's quiet. I was gonna say, where's my headphones? I didn't have to put my headphones on yet. It's quiet. I like that. It is quiet.
I'm trying to see how many rows it's got, because that back seat looks like it's pretty far away.
Well, and then we have a screen that goes up on the back window behind her head. It looks like.
She said it's got higher ground clearance, so it's definitely not it's obviously it's some kind of SUV or something.
Yeah, or maybe a 2-seater 4-door pickup truck.
Not a pickup truck, that's for sure.
No,
Because it's long.
because we have a very rear window back there, and we have that I have the same fucking sunroof in my car. It's a panoramic one.
Panoramic.
Yeah, that thing.
Not panoramic, but
Whatever.
it was close though. It was.
Whatever the fuck it's called. I got the same goddamn skylight, headlight, ceiling, whatever the.
Oh my god.
I think it's a Ford.
I'm waiting. I mean, I'll show y'all,
What if
but
this is Tahoe? I could buy
you know,
Tahoe. I could see Tahoe. Yeah.
this
She
I
can't
needed
afford a
something
freaking Tahoe.
reliable. I needed something that's gonna get me to court.
I can't afford a Tahoe. I want one. I can't afford
I
one.
need something that's
It's a
She needs.
$100,000 fucking vehicle.
Can you imagine that's your criteria for needing something? I need a good car to get me to court.
It's got to get me to court. Beyond that, I don't care.
Not to go to work, to drive to go to work back and forth. No, I need a car to get me to court.
Because once I get to court, they're not letting me out of the building.
God.
going that I don't have to get somebody to come jump my car. Get out of here with that. Get
I
out
gotta
of here
go
with
flip
that.
chicken, yeah,
No,
piggyback.
that really bothered me because it happened to me 2 days in a row, and I was like, no. Mm-mm. And then the Ford was like, the big Ford company, like the actual Ford was like, well, you need to take it to a dealership and pay this much money for a diagnostic check. And I'm like, I've already had a diagnostic check. Well, it has to be done at the Ford place. And I was like, you are aware of the issue with that particular Mustang and the surrounding years and the drainage of the battery. You all are aware of that issue. They were like, yeah, but, and it's like,
Breaking news. Breaking news. Where's Bam? Little fucker. Sorry. Breaking news. Let's jump to
it's okay.
our little Mustang is
It's
live.
all right. It's okay. No big deal. Fine. Thank you. You know, I had a Jeep. I got a Jeep the first year that the Jeep Wranglers came out with the 4-door Jeep Wranglers. And you know, I never took the tops off that Jeep. I never did. I never ever did. And I never even used the 4x4 on it. I never did. Once in all those, like a decade. That's it. I got that after a hurricane. It was a especially devastating hurricane. It was Hurricane Dolly. And right after Hurricane Dolly,
We're live, Bam.
I
She's
remember it
live.
was really difficult to get to patients' homes. And there was people that weren't getting their insulin. You just could not get to a lot of people's homes.
I wonder how she's gonna like that though. So many windows and people can start to spot where she's at, which I know she likes hiding that, right? But now she's got a big window on the side, the window in the back.
It sits up a lot higher than that SUV, so she can't hide behind a trash dumpster like she's so used to doing.
Yeah.
Right after Hurricane Dolly, I said, I don't ever want to be in a position where I cannot get to a patient. And so I got that Jeep. And even with all that stuff that it had, I never used all that stuff. I got it for pure utility.
It's a Jeep.
Pure utility. Although I did, we did take it to the beach a whole lot. We did. A lot. I never used the 4x4, but I guess you could say it had been used when we did go to the beach because you had to. You had to, put it on there.
Of course you did.
So.
You're not talking, Manny.
Maybe it's like a Jeep Patriot or something, or one of them little Jeeps. Not an actual Wrangler or something.
Well, there's only two with third row.
And you know
Commander,
what?
Or the brand new Cherokee.
I really don't care.
Oh, the Wagoneer has the third row too.
I've been through a lot. And I repaired myself. And I'm the one that looks out for myself. Damn, nobody else.
You never look so good. You want to go out?
No one else.
You look like a little amoeba action going on there. I'll date an amoeba.
Thank you.
Until it takes a solid form.
You've been wanting to ask what this means? This is an onk. This is
You'll date an amoeba?
I'd date an amoeba. until it takes a
This
solid
is a
form.
symbol for life.
It scares me.
Lovely picture.
I'm
Lovely
a
picture.
Christian.
And she's
They're
a-
very spiritual
oh,
too.
she said she's a Christian.
And before this, I had a cross.
She's
Which one day
not a
I'll go back to probably
Christian.
wearing.
There's a difference
I'll go back and
between
forth. I don't know.
being
But for a
spiritual.
long while, I've been wearing this. No.
Wait a minute. What's wrong here?
It took
And
form.
that's what it means. It's symbol for life. It's the Egyptian symbol for life.
This is not the video, right?
This is not the video. It's the one in the middle there.
I don't know.
There you go.
And that's with my haters. I don't know. Whatever it is. Whatever it is.
This is the
Would you
one.
like to take a drive with me? I got it just a little bit.
See, so we were just watching the last drive. Now we're doing another
Haven't
drive.
fixed it,
This bitch is a
and
pack
they
of
know
lies.
that their potential for the same thing to happen is happening, and no one's talking about it. No one's getting their, less fortunate people and their constituents and all that ready.
Yeah, so that was a video. This one is a live
Also, if you
one.
haven't been fighting for, a better power grid ever since the freeze of 2021, like, why are you even asking for votes? Honestly, I mean, honestly, and honestly.
She fixed her
That's so
camera
sad.
angle. She adjusted her camera mount,
Yes.
her phone
I'm
mount
being
thing.
serious. Just look up the freeze of 20. People don't even know this. People
Thank you,
People
Donna.
really don't understand. In the winter of 2021, the very beginning of the year, Texas
Thank you, Jennifer.
had, and this was coming, they had been cycling electricity. And what the major thing that went wrong was they failed to winterize the wind turbines. And since they failed to winterize them, which means get them ready for freezing temperatures, get them ready for temperatures that were winterize them. That's
How do you
what's called
winterize a
winterizing
wind
them.
turbine?
Get them ready for the winter.
Probably
Well,
a lot of oil,
Texas failed to
Vaseline,
winterize
covered
those
up.
wind turbines, and the power grid failed, but it had been failing. It's not
Jessica,
so-
I think she said it was a Jeep.
that I noticed that before I made this video. I was like, you know what, Vanessa, maybe, and people died. People died across the state. People died, and then people took advantage of that were running for office.
Well,
I'm being serious. People took advantage of that, and we're all over helping people out all over. But the thing is, where were you? Were you at the Capitol demanding a new power grid? Though?
she didn't say it was a Jeep. She said she had a Jeep,
But I do know.
Oh,
and she talked
I
about
do
the Jeep.
remember those same people
But
that
she
were
didn't
asking
exactly
for
say
votes
that's what
for
she
this,
had
like,
now.
This is really
Oh.
good, publicity, right? For
Unless
when
I missed
asked for
something.
votes. And I'm like, so then Uvalde happened, and they were all over that. But it's like, wait a minute, because you're supposed to care about this in the same.
Yeah, that's
way
what I was
with the same
thinking,
level of
Texas
intensity that
guide.
you
I was
care
thinking
about,
like a compass or a,
winterizing
what do you call that little
and
other
making
little
sure we
Jeep?
have a power grid.
Another little one.
You see, 'cause that's how I see people that ask me for my vote. I'm like, do I see you even talking about the issues that really matter? Or no? No. But are you going to ask for a vote when you didn't even go fight at the Capitol and you literally don't even have another job? But I don't see you fighting at the Capitol for a new power grid. Because everybody that asks me for my vote, that's the kind of thing that I look at.
And nobody's asking her
Right.
for her vote.
And I don't know if they're on their Facebook pages asking and talking about this the way that I'm talking about it. I don't even know if they're even saying that.
Everybody's
I
on a
would
computer.
I would be like, wanting to tell
You know what everybody's doing,
that,
Bam?
all
What?
this matters.
Everybody's looking at their computer at car interiors to see if they can match it to this.
It's not just.
I'm not. I was just sharing this.
It is.
It says John Deere is now making
And
their,
it's not just
their
a
own
few
toilet
days.
brush.
This is going to be probably almost a week. Some people are making it seem like it's just going to be the Monday and Tuesday or something kind of thing like that. And yeah. Thank you. Mr. Bright says, question, how those the power grid in Texas does it in the whole to power the whole state. Well, they can't. Whenever the demand is too high during the summer, especially when the demand is too high during the summer, you saw what happened this past summer. They were telling people, you know, can you voluntarily, we're asking Texans to voluntarily not use electricity between these times and these times. When you're a whole state and you are asking your people not to utilize electricity, that should be an indicator. And the year before that, or that year, people lost their lives because of the antiquated power grid. The same one that caused that to happen is the same one that makes it cold for y'all when you need it cold is the same one that makes it warm for y'all when you need it warm. It's the same power grid we're talking about. It's the same one from the summer. It's the same one for the winter. It's both electricity. It doesn't matter if the electricity is being used to make you warm because it's too hot outside. It doesn't matter if the electricity is being used to make you, cold because it is too hot outside, or warm because it's too cold outside. It's the same power grid, right?
No, it's not.
And so if we know that every year that passes, we are constantly asking Texas, and people have died during the winter, and it's gotten real bad during the summer, that means that there's a potential for more people to die. And if you didn't do anything about it, and it's the exact same power grid, then what does that tell you might happen? It does not take a genius.
No, it only takes Vanessa.
If Texas has the same power grid from the freeze of 2021, and the temperatures that we are being told we're going to reach are going to be that dangerous, and we haven't changed or done anything to level up the power grid, I think that that's really important. And I think, honestly, I think it's outrageous, and I think it's dangerous. And that's all I can do. That's all I can say.
So all she
It's
can
that
do.
simple.
All she can
It
say.
really is that simple. And because I started thinking about it, and I was like, have they fixed the power grid? Have they even been fixing the power grid? Because I don't hear, I live in the poorest area, and believe me, I wonder too. I'm like, how come nobody's getting, no one's, it's really poor down here. You guys don't understand. It's so poor down here. This is the poorest area of the nation. And I don't see any leaders talking about, we're going to have shelters here. We're going to have this, football stadium open, or, this gymnasium open, or this cafeteria open, or nothing. No warming shelters, nothing at all. But most importantly, I haven't
Yeah,
seen
love, I know
where
this is
they have
her
fixed
live
the
right
power
now.
grid. That's dangerous.
Yeah, I'm getting some information here for you guys. Just take me a few minutes.
Yeah, James. He says, okay, we call it rolling blackout here
Well,
in
if she did
California.
buy a new vehicle, she's
If
kind
it
of
gets hot, the
stupid
electric
because
company was shut down. Yes,
she's
that's
going
what
away
happened.
for a couple of
That
years.
was
How's she
the
gonna make these
problem.
car payments when
The
she's in
thing is
jail?
that when you do that during the winter, it's like, first of all,
Unless she had Sugar
why
Mama
don't
buy
you
it
have
for
a
her.
power grid where you don't have to do that? Because you know what? People can pass away.
No,
There's some humans that will not be able to tolerate that, and they're just not gonna. They're gonna cease to live. Their hearts are gonna stop. They're gonna go into hypothermia. It's just not gonna happen. They're not gonna be in homeostasis. Their lungs are no longer gonna be breathing. A gas exchange is not going to occur. There's not gonna be no electricity going through your heart, and for real, that will happen. Especially during the winter. So it's like, how can you just say we're just going to cycle it off when you didn't even make any effort to level it up? You're going to tell me that in almost 4 years, right? Because it's 3 years, 2021, 22, 23, 24. In 3 years, Texas has had the ability to level up the power grid. And I'm basically making this video just so that it could always be here in case more people die. Because no one seems to care. Really, no one seems to care. So sad. Anyway, that's all I have to say.
Shut up. No, it's not.
That's all I have to say.
You got more to say. You know you do.
Divorce.
Dig deep down in the
Nobody's
groin area and bring it up.
They're acting. Well, the thing is that the rest of the nation is. Everybody's talking about. Everybody's like up and like, wow, right? And even the rest of Texas is like, oh my God, what are we doing? But down here, and we're in the. That never happens. No leaders care until they're forced to, or it's last minute. It's always last minute.
Always last minute. Why?
Always. I'm like,
because they're rushing to save
I'm
their
there,
ass.
like, all I can do is these videos. That's it. That's all I can do. That's it. Thank you, Maria. I'm so glad that you said that. Thank you. Maria Anita Rangel says Corpus Christi has posted warming centers for us. There you go. Corpus Christi is only an hour away from here. I just don't see it here.
How's those mountains over there in Corpus?
Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go, and this is me just making another.
Is there anybody on her page? Any of you guys on her page?
Because this is what people say I do. I don't say anything that matters. Nothing at all that matters. I just babble into a camera about things that do not matter. Right?
You're absolutely right. You do.
Finally, yesterday. Thank you. Man, I was waiting. Man, Jade, I was waiting. I was like,
I wish somebody would ask her, so whatever happened to your Jeep? Just out of curiosity.
Randy Valley yesterday. Just yesterday.
Kate, go ask her what happened to her Jeep real quick.
It's still an issue if Texas hasn't upgraded their power grid.
But I don't want you to get blocked. If you're not blocked, don't do something to get yourself blocked.
Why hasn't my local area been talking about warming centers and warming shelters, right? But now we know that they have yesterday. The other thing is, I hope no Texans pass away. I hope that we worked on the we have to have leveled up our power grid, right? Like, I don't even, like, it shouldn't even be a question. Like, the answer should be yes. We had to. We've had 3 years. There's no damn way, right? Because I know that monies have been going somewhere. So there has to have been money that went to the power grid. There just has to be. There just has to be. I'm just going to leave it at that. There just has to be. I trust my Texas leaders so much that in 3 years, there ain't no damn way. There's not going to be any deaths at all. And people are not going to have their electricity shut off, and they're not going to lose their lives because we leveled up our power grid.
Yeah, I said that last time.
Power grid. And Michelle says, and let's talk about the difference between rolling blackouts and a failing grid. Well, the reason that there's rolling blackouts is so that the grid won't fail. There shouldn't be rolling blackouts. Because if rolling blackouts are when you take power away to siphon power somewhere else. Some places aren't going to have power, some places will, That's how those people passed away during the freeze. But if your power grid is enough to power where it should be when the demand is in the peak, then your power grid shouldn't have any fear of failing because you don't have to do rolling blackouts. Rolling blackouts are only done when you know that you don't have enough power to supply. But we shouldn't worry about that in Texas because we've had 3 years and it just doesn't make sense that leaders of such a large state would just, no, you know what? I'd probably just be this video for nothing. Yeah,
Just like
I'm just,
every other video.
maybe, no. You know what? I don't mean to alarm any of y'all at all. I'm just probably just being, overly cautious.
Of
Right?
course you are.
Yeah, that's right. So So y'all stay warm, and yeah, I'm
And
just going to
yeah,
just be positive and just assume that in 3 years, Texas absolutely 100% leveled up our power grid. Yeah, there should be no, yeah, that's what we're going to do.
I'm surprised she's not blaming Elon Musk for his electric car factory there
Because there
in
ain't no damn way
Brownsville,
they
ruining
did.
all the
No,
electricity for
there's no way they
everybody.
did that. There's no way.
Oh my God, did I
And
just give her an idea?
still staying positive. If there's any lives lost, like that, and then you're asking me for your vote, or you want to be the leader of my state, I'm going to ask you if there's any lives lost in the years following the freeze of 20. I'm going to ask you where you were, and if you ever went to the Capitol to demand, especially if you have a lot of money and you have a lot of influence and you're already politically connected, anything like that, right? If you have much more means than somebody like me or anybody
Blah,
else,
blah,
I'm going to
blah,
wonder,
blah.
you want my
Yeah.
vote, but I'm going to ask you why you never demanded, the power grid be leveled up. Things like that. But that's just in case, but that's not going to happen. Because we had 3 years and we leveled up our power grid in Texas.
Sure.
Yes. We did, right? Because we had to, because you can't not, right? So prayers to everybody. Yeah. Anyway, I know ERCOT did whatever they could, right? Yeah. ERCOT is the entity that is in charge of our power grid. So, right? Yeah. So we are ending this video with assuming that our leaders in Texas did what they were supposed to do in 3 years, which means that we don't have anything to worry about. We don't. With this cold coming, we don't have anything to worry about. This January, the weekend before January the 15th of 2024, 3 years after the freeze of 2021. We don't have anything to worry about because our leaders absolutely must have leveled up the power grid. Positive. We're being positive. Okay. All right. And Connie Weatherford. Oh, she's been a hater. But look at her.
She's been a hater.
She's like a 60-year-old woman that she's doing like a little pose like a 2-year-old. That gives me a 5-decade-old, 6-decade-old hater, white hater, that's trying to look as young as possible, and even poses for pictures in a really juvenile way. That's Connie Weatherford. Why are they always white? Why do they always look like that? Why? Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go.
Goodbye. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Thank you for flying magic carpet. Goodbye now. Mwah. You're not saying anything. I can do that too. But he can do something I can't. I do this, I get nothing. He does this, he gets a thumbs up. He does this, he gets fucking fireworks. I do this, I get nothing. Why is that? Because he's a... If you know what sign language is, that's what he is. Asshole. He's an asshole.
Okay, remember she was talking about the Jeep she used to have?
Yeah.
So I had, if somebody wanted to go and ask her, not that she's going to answer,
Right.
because she's going with a different story.
Of course she is.
She had a Jeep, and at the same time, she needed an attorney
So she gave the Jeep to the attorney as payment?
as collateral, but then she lost
Shut
it.
the fuck up, I'm right?
Nope. This was when she had to hire Tanya Ramirez. If you guys want to look that up, or those of you who know what I'm talking about, Tanya Ramirez, supposed to be a big shot lawyer, put that as payment, And guess what? She ended up firing that lawyer.
And he kept the Jeep. And this is Vanessa Astilahina, the brightest bitch in the world.
This gets the this deserves this.
Wow.
So, and I believe it because she needed money for an attorney, and attorneys are not cheap. Everybody knows that.
Well, and you know,
Right?
You've been arrested 12, 13, 18, 200 fucking times. Yeah, you need an attorney, bitch. I don't know if I give my Jeep as collateral, though.
Yeah, I mean,
You got to have something to get to and from work. I mean, come the fuck on, dumb bitch.
to and from court, you mean?
Oh, yeah. We don't work. We go to court.
She said this on there? I didn't see that. Anyway. So, apparently that's the word on that. So,
What's this? What are you doing?
everybody's wondering, did she buy a car? Did she rent one? Did she borrow one from someone? She never did clear that up, did she? Or unless I missed something. Did she clear that up?
She did not clear it up. But if somebody loaned her a vehicle, please, you've seen that Mustang. You know how she drives. She hits things that are not there. Why the fuck would you loan her your car? Not to mention behind the sweat, all over your seats. I mean, when she gets off the seat to get out the car, you hear... Why would you give her your car?
Okay, April. Why do you say that, April? Did I miss something? I swear well, actually, we're not done playing the other video now. 2. And this is the one from 7 hours ago.
Egypt is in the continent from where.
Okay,
from
so
whence
let's keep
we all
watching
came
this one.
from.
I'm going to skip through a little bit
A lot of people don't want to accept that, but
because I know what I'm looking for now.
literally, we all came from the same. I'm not gonna address her, and I'm not even. Ain't nobody picking on that girl. That girl came over here. You're trying so hard for your words to mean some. I wish they would have warned me that if you're too good at your job, some people may not like that. I wish they would have warned me that if you're too good at your job, some people may be threatened by that.
I can't imagine what that smells like in there.
I don't want to
With
imagine
the
it.
people in my society that were
I'll
supposed
not
to.
only throw up
I
in my
wonder if
mouth,
she
but throw
cleaned
up in
it
my
out.
pants.
I wonder if she cleaned it out before taking it over there. Wouldn't you be embarrassed to take it over there with all kind of junk and garbage on the floor and stuff?
And cucarachas. And God only knows what else. Used this, used that. Used things that should be disposed of properly.
Oh my God. Okay, let's see.
To be in positions to protect me.
I want to skip. It's apparently she talks about the
her.
situation.
Just the way that these people who go to war for us and come back different, they need people in their lives that are going to be understanding and caring and kind.
She looks like she smells. I'm not kidding. Says Raquel.
Josefina Tijerina. Oh, I've seen this hater.
Somebody seems to think it's a Ford Bronco.
I don't think I'm related to them at all. But I've seen that profile go on other pages saying,
okay, I'm gonna skip.
War happen. But there's going to be other people, low vibrational thinkers, that are going to be like, she didn't go to war, and that's not what she said. That's not what she said. She was thrown into a war. It really is a war. It's going down right now. Every court date is a battle in this big war. And at the end, it's either going to be me or them. Period. And I'm just one human against a whole system that is warring against me.
The whole system wants to get her.
But all of that damage
I said that earlier.
that they've done, and
You did that damage yourself, wench. You did it yourself. Why do you want to keep blaming somebody else for shit that you did? You know?
everything that they have damaged me and that I got stronger from, it's the same thing as if
This is just all imaginary fantasy talk.
you find the real thing. Okay.
It's her storytelling. That's what
Why
it
do
is.
we have all of it? What? So everybody's like looking at me like curious now. We always have it's every 6-7 months. Have you noticed? It's every like 6 or 7 months. Are you really a nurse? Why would I pretend to be one?
Because nobody believes it.
Exclamation point.
I'm skipping forward.
To downplay the stories of people that didn't deserve
Why
to
would I
go
pretend
through
to be
what
one,
they
she
went through.
says.
No. I don't care what anybody says. She's here with a level of envy because I'm doing something in one way. She's living her own life. I don't know who she is, what she's doing, what she went through, nothing. All I know is that she's a survivor that has the nerve to go and meddle on the page of another survivor. That's who you are.
Okay,
You don't
somebody
see
else
me doing
says
that.
yes, it's a Ford Bronco.
Nobody is there as I'm healing, and if they're there, they're here like
a
this.
Ford on the inside.
Trying to, well, I'm a survivor and I do it this way. Well, I ain't you. Hurt people. You have to be careful with some survivor healing. Nobody coming at me was there for me, is what I mean. This is for clarification.
She looks like she's at the same place where she started.
Nobody coming at me trying to humble me, trying to
Wrong
say
banner
this
you
isn't
got
the
there.
way that
She's
you
not live right
survive,
now.
trying to say this isn't the way that you react,
Oops.
trying to say no. I mean, since you said it. On your door, but telling you, hey, come to my page. Leave. If you don't like what I'm saying, why are you sitting in my living room?
See how she starts to get all...
If you don't like
Why are you
what
sitting
I'm
in my
saying,
living room, she
why
says.
are you participating in a discussion which
She just
nobody
fucking said,
called
why are
you
you sitting
into?
in my living room?
Nobody's saying anything about your story. No one is. Nobody is. So for you to be taking offense to everything that I'm saying about, well, nobody was there for me either, sweetheart. Am I knocking on your door and telling you, hey, come to my page. Leave. If you don't like what I'm saying, why are you sitting in my living room? If you don't like what I'm saying, why are you participating in a discussion which nobody called you into?
She's not kidding. She means it for real. That's her living
Oh, I
room.
know she does.
You have to be
Living
careful with some of these
room.
people. And that's the thing that differentiates survivors. That's one thing that does differentiate them.
You
There
have to be
are
homeless and live
people
in your
that,
car in order to
because
be
of
a
what they
survivor.
went through, they
Got it.
will hurt you. They will hurt you. And they will feel entitled to be able to hurt you.
Living room.
And then
Bedroom.
there's
Bathroom.
people like me that without me telling you, I went through this and this and this and this and this, and I survived all of that. You would never be able to tell that I survived all that. Ever.
Do we rarely
Right?
care?
And in the rare moment that I do hurt someone, you will see me genuinely say, I'm sorry, I identify it, and my behavior changes.
Oh, so it's a mobile home. Can we call her vehicle a mobile home? I mean, she eats, sleeps, has sexual relations with her sandwiches. You know, and she probably
Not
has
only
uses
sandwiches, food.
and if she wears a Depends, she never uses a damn bathroom. Then she's using it in there too on a seat.
Yeah, she not only delivers the diapers, she wears the diapers she delivers.
And I let them know it is because I've gone through this. It's rare, but it happens. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with this woman?
What's wrong with you?
Are not there. There, you took it off. The invite.
Oh boy, here we go. What's she doing now?
She's new here, y'all. Like, she doesn't understand. Oh. Where's the invite? Don't do this. Like, you don't want to do this. But it's adding you. It's there. You're being added. There, you took it off.
I just saw the Palestinian flag up there somewhere. You see that?
Yeah, I'm going to show that.
No.
There we go again. It's adding you.
See that right there?
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's the Palestinian flag. So she's one of them, huh?
She is from the.
So are you going to pretend like it's not happening? Is that what we're going to do?
She wants genocide.
Mm-hmm. I'm not here pretending anything. I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Right?
Okay, skipping a little bit. It's almost over.
People who get offended, like allowing a boyfriend to continuously hurt a better person. Do people not understand that even strong people, like that go live and stuff on social media, we don't have to allow you access to us. We allow it to happen. All right, I'm alive and have the ability to make me feel bad about myself. It's never going to happen, no matter how many you try. Ever. If that makes you feel bad that you cannot break a woman that you want to break, that says so much more about you than you can ever say about that woman you're trying to break. I know, right? Right. Look at them. And they both don't go live. This is Letitia again. Nope, not wanting to go live.
Hey, Renee.
And Nikki, one more time. You want to go live? Nope, not wanting to go live. So,
okay, somebody said
live on my page, you're not gonna have the ability to comment.
And she mentioned what happened at the car at the dealership where she took the Mustang.
They're gone.
That it wasn't this live, but we just went through the whole thing.
Gracias.
Did we miss it?
I'm gonna let y'all go.
Or was there another live before this one?
And yeah, don't let these people, you know. It's Republican, Green Party, to register. March 5th is election. You have the power to make things happen.
I don't know. Did we miss it?
I think you may have missed it during one
They'll
of your
never admit it.
little skip ahead.
I don't care what anybody
It's
tells
entirely
me.
possible.
For real, I'm not even kidding. Look at that. Y'all saw it on that video. And I mean, since you came to my page.
Nadia, what's that on?
The other
I
people
think I've
after
seen
your
it, but what's it
survival.
on? What platform?
Don't be doing that shit to me because
What's
I'm a
that?
survivor.
She's telling me I need to see Saltburn. I
And if they're
remember
I
seeing
ain't
it
going like
advertised.
that, man, I can need you here.
I'm skipping through to trying to hear
Nothing that
something.
you say is gonna like change. Like you know, you could.
Okay, that's what I thought.
This isn't the way that you react. That nobody was there for me either, sweetheart. Say, feeling able to tell.
Janet the chicken
What's
is
wrong with this woman?
still cooking.
Or
I'm
girl,
thinking he's cutting into one to see if it's all the way done, but I'm
This
thinking
is my
about another
space.
20 minutes.
That it was meant as an analogy for this is my space here. Are not there.
Thank you, Chrissy.
The invite.
Susie,
Took it off.
anytime
I
this
said,
woman
"Well, you
opens
have
her
that
mouth,
many
it's a waste of
filters."
gas. It's a waste of oxygen. It's a waste of brain cells. It's a waste of everything. You name it, it's a waste of. It's a waste
And
of
it's okay.
space.
It's okay if you feel that you need a drink. Go get one.
By all means, have one for us.
So apparently she said something. I don't know. We'd have to go and see if somebody got it.
I'm
But
sure
she went
the
to take
Ultimate
her.
Deception, the Ultimate Deception is really good about watching it. And
She went.
rewatching it
She
and
took her
thinking
car
about
in.
it. I'm
She
sure
took
the
her
Ultimate
car in.
Deception will post like a little reel of her talking about her car or buying a new one or something.
She took her car in.
There.
Hello? Can you hear me?
No,
You cannot hear me.
I cannot hear you. What? What was that?
I'm not muted.
Did you say something? Oh, sweet Jesus. I love fucking with you sometimes.
Okay, so somebody said she went to the car dealership, took her Mustang in, and they told her it's going to be a while, and she was going to wait, and then they said, no, it's going to be a while. Well, she said, that's not acceptable. I want it done now. So they offered to...
I'm on the spectrum. I need...
yeah. They said, she said that they offered to drive her wherever she wants to go, and then she said, no, I'm a victim of sexual assault. Why would I go? Why would I have a man with me? That conversation happened.
Of course it did.
So apparently, sounds like this is a loner.
Did they cap her at how many miles she could actually put on the vehicle?
I don't think they give her a limit. That's a loaner car.
Well, when they get it back with 10,000 miles on it, they are going to be fit to be tied.
And it's got like a sticker. It says Mexico. I was here or something, a bumper sticker, because she drove into Mexico. Now I wonder. I don't know. Who knows? I don't think there's a limit on how many miles. I mean, they're not going to let you take a vacation and take a road trip with it. But if it's
a lot of car rental agencies limit your mileage, with the exception of Enterprise. Sometimes Hertz gives you unlimited mileage. Depends on which package you purchase.
But that's not a car rental agency car. If it's a loaner, that's Ford giving it to you. Say, okay, well, take this one. Bring it.
Yeah, but
we'll call you when your car is ready.
Typically, dealerships only give loaners if your car is like within warranty. We all know her Mustang is not within warranty. We know this. So she's got down on her knees and flashed a little cleavage where she was sucking someone's pole to get a loaner car. Does she deserve a loaner? No. And I think the people are going to be extremely pissed at her when it comes back with, I don't know, 5,000 miles more than when it left.
I would be really pissed.
Because, they sell these vehicles at a certain, once it hits a certain mileage. And if it goes over that mileage, they can't get what they want for them. And when this one comes back, it's going to be over that mileage allotment, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think remember hearing the Mustang is like a 2016 or something. And it's probably it's not even a GT. I think it's the LX or the regular V6, 6 liters, the V6, the 6-cylinder.
Oh, she did not spread her legs and then pop for the V6. She bought the 4-popper.
Dealerships don't check mileage. Christy, my hubby guessed it was a loaner. Dealerships don't check mileage. See?
Well, the ones up here sure the fuck do. They do.
Yeah, but what if you got somebody who drives their car for a living and if it's 24 hours, well, I'm going to drive to work and I'm going to put 800 miles on a car just in one day.
Yeah, these motherfuckers up here are like, okay, this is how many miles has it. This is how much gas is in it. We expect that gas tank full when it comes back. And there's no dent. There's one scratch on it. We know about that. If there's anything beyond that, then you have to pay for it. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing as a rental company up here with the dealerships. You got to sign a contract saying that you're going to bring it back with a full tank and you're responsible for any damage.
Yeah.
It's how they protect themselves up here. Evidently, Texas is in a different time zone or a different time era. All right, well, we've been here for 2.5 hours.
Alrighty. Yeah, for now, that's good for now. That's enough for now. Any further developments will be brought up, of course. Of course.
Of course they will.
But I'm hungry. I need to go scavenge for food.
Yeah, I got to check my chicken thighs. I've moved on from wings from last night to thighs,
Yeah, don't like chicken thighs. I don't like thighs.
Under thighs.
Well, but we're talking chicken, right?
Yes.
Okay. Don't like thighs on chicken.
I love thighs. The meat is nice and tender and juicy and moist. Unlike the breasts, the pechugas, they're a little dry for me. Even though they produce milk, they are a little dry for me.
Well, you can cook them so that they're nice and moist.
Yeah, but you gotta soak them in so much water. You gotta brine the shit in order for them to be moist.
Moist. Yes, moist. Okay. We will talk later tonight, possibly.
Not fucking right. This man over here, mucho loco.
Breastises? Yes, breastises are good.
Pechugas.
Especially chicken breastises are good.
Pechugas.
Real breastises are good.
Milos all the way.
What?
Measlos.
Muslos.
Same fucking thing. I'm what? I'm a white man. Bear with me and my pronunciations.
Bam is white. He's white.
White. Damn it, I'm white.
White as a ghost.
You see my ass?
By the way, if you haven't seen that movie, I think it's on Netflix. It's called Black Klansman. I've talked about this before.
I think I've seen that fucking movie.
True story about a black dude who infiltrates the KKK.
Yes, I've seen that fucking movie. It's fucking hilarious.
Adam Driver is in it. Obviously, he's not going to be able to get into the KKK, but he calls, and with his voice, he infiltrates the KKK. And then the guy wants to meet up, so that's where Adam Driver, he gets recruited to go and be the voice of this black dude. Great movie. It's a true story. It's a Spike Lee joint. I don't care for the ending after when the film ends, then they get into this little documentary tirade, anti-Trump thing that he had to throw into film, which, whatever. But the film is based on a true story, and it's really good. It's called Black Klansman, and the K in the Klansman is like KKK. It's like 3 Ks. So check that out. It's actually pretty good. All right, gonna get out of here. Everybody have a great night. Oh, there he is. Just in time to say goodnight, man.
Oh, I had to get my chicken out the oven. Didn't want it burning. Miss Manny don't burn chicken.
Go get your chicken. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Maybe be back later.
Miss
I don't know about him, but I will.
Chicken.
You want to come back later, or are you going to bed early?
What are we talking?
I don't know. Later, pillow talkish.
Ooh, pillow talk. That means I can fuck this, fuck that, fuck you, fuck him, fuck her, fuck them all.
Oh, you mean say those things? Yes. Okay.
Oh,
Because you ain't gonna fuck me. I'll tell you that much. That's
am I not allowed to say them now? Because I just said them.
yeah, you did actually, but
I did. If you missed it, you gotta watch the replay, because Vanessa, I played Vanessa shaking her tits.
oh yes, he did.
So
I thought he was having a seizure, but and then you hear. I think it's on Netflix right now, Kelly. I believe it's still on Netflix, unless they took it down, but it was there.
It is a Saturday night.
It's worth paying for. It's worth paying $2 or $3 or $4 to rent it. It's a good movie.
I'll come back and do pillow talk for y'all, so I can be extremely dirty.
Oh boy, oh, God.
And happy birthday.
Well, then take a nap, because I don't want you dozing and nodding your head.
President. Happy birthday to you,
Whose birthday is it?
Mr. President.
It's called. Hold on. That's what it's called. The movie.
Black Klansman, yes. It is funny as all hell. I want to say, God,
It's not a comedy, though. Believe it or not, it's not a comedy.
wasn't Kevin in that?
No,
Kevin's
it's
not
a guy.
in that
His name is John David Washington. Is the black dude, and then Adam Driver is his coworker, a police officer, and somebody who plays David Duke. Topher Grace does. It's a really good movie, whether you like Spike Lee or don't, but he does make a good film. So make that your Saturday night movie if you want.
All right, y'all. We see you
Okay.
later.
See you later, guys. Bye.